emerge from down below, and the roar goes up to greet them. And for the first time this season, marching on together, rings out around Ellen Road. What a sight, what a sound. That really, well, reminds you what we've all been missing. It may have been a summer of sport, but it's just not quite the same, is it? I mean, Tony was away at the Olympics in the last few days, but it's not comparable.
Exactly. I didn't quite make it through to the 100-metre final. However, I saw some great athletes and great passion, but I wanted to get back here, and this is what it's all about. Just listen to that.
Leeds players go through the preliminaries with a Portsmouth side that's been promoted to this level for the first time in 12 years. The last time Portsmouth were here was 2011, in the 2011-2012 season when they were relegated. It's taken them a long time to get back. A club with a significant and proud history have been rather struggling in some regards in recent times, but they'll feel that they're back in the big time here for sure. And for a newly promoted side, there is no better big-time feel than a trip to Ellen Road on the opening day, is there?
And we have to be aware of that as well, because League One champions, they're full of confidence. Don't need to mention Ipswich last season, do I? So they're going to come here full of fight, full of vigour, and we need to match that fight. But for them, getting promotion is all about playing on a bigger stage, and there is no bigger stage in the championship than here at Ellen Road. They're going to be loving it. What we've got to make sure that they don't love it too much, and after an hour or so they're dreading it and they want the final whistle. But we can only do that by certainly winning the battle first and then showing how good we are.
Just ticking round to 12:30 UK time. Many of you will be joining us from many far-flung corners around the globe, so it's a very good morning, afternoon, or indeed evening to those of you who are beyond the UK. Many of you may be on holiday as well. Italy and Spain, I think, amongst the list of countries in which you can take visual coverage of this LUTV fixture this afternoon. So if you're sitting poolside, I hope you're going to have a really good afternoon and order plenty of cocktails. Before we have the game, as part of the build-up to the game, the two teams will take their places around the centre circle, and there'll be a minute's applause to remember those who've left us since the last time we were all here at Ellen Road. Leeds are we, the Ellen Road family remembers. And now we're almost ready for the off. A long campaign awaits, and it all begins here. Leeds United against Portsmouth at Ellen Road on day one. Twists and turns aplenty to come, no doubt. That's the championship. Leeds so close last season. This time, have to make sure that the job gets done. Mateo Joseph, big day for Mateo Joseph, who's had a really good pre-season for Leeds. He's been in excellent form, and he starts up top for Leeds United today, and the game is underway. And Leeds United move the ball backwards. Pascal Struijk fit again and in the starting 11. Quickly played out to the left side, and Junior Firpo to push forward for Leeds down that far touchline. He wins Leeds a throw-in. It's level with the edge of the Portsmouth penalty area. So Leeds have their first opportunity to try and put pressure on their opponents here, with Gnonto wins another throw-in for Leeds in front of the east stand. Leeds kicking left to right as we watch from the west stand in this first half. Georginio, whose name has been sung around Ellen Road, scored a wonderful goal against Valencia a week ago. And Leeds fans will be hoping for much more of that from him today and beyond.
Yeah, it certainly was some goal, wasn't it? Actually, I'm just looking at our side. We've got a right back with number 2 on his back, centre halves with 5 and 6, a left back with number 3, a right winger with number 7. This is unusual. Normally the crazy numbers that we've got. Holding midfielder Ampadu, number 4. Can you believe it?
It's like the good old days.
Yeah, like the good old days, but looking good. I love the all-white strip. Actually, Pompey's is quite nice as well, I've got to say. Great atmosphere. Pitch looks superb. We went pitch side and it's perfect. No excuses there.
Struijk plays a curling ball forward. It curves out before it comes back in, much to the frustration of the Leeds players, who say that the ball had stayed in play. But Portsmouth it is, who are awarded a throw-in midway inside the Leeds half. So the away side with their first opportunity to try and put some pressure on Leeds. Instead, they opt to go back. And it's right to the edge of the penalty area to Norris, the keeper. He's out to the box and he plays it long up into Leeds territory, but it bounces once and beyond Silvera. And so Leeds have a throw-in which Bogle will take. One of the new faces on show for Leeds United today. Another player who's had a good pre-season.
Been impressive, hasn't he? Yeah, been really impressive. That right back gets forward really well. Got quick feet. Bit of pace around him as well.
Puts one up in the air towards the halfway line. Header is won there by Shaughnessy, the former Leeds man. Georginio, first chance for him to have a little go at something here perhaps. Down he goes, free kick he gets. And the referee, Oliver Langford, steps in just to make sure the Leeds man's okay.
Foul on Georginio in the 3rd minute.
Count them. There's going to be a few, I suspect.
There's going to be a few because he loves to get on the ball in, of course, those small spaces, but he's so very good at it.
Daniel Farku had the very rare luxury of a fully fit squad to choose from ahead of this fixture. Certainly wasn't the case last season. And one of the reasons cited for Leeds maybe just missing out last season was a slow start. Took a while to get their first win up on the board. And the opening day was a 2-2 draw. And here's Georginio into the penalty area, rolls it into the middle too. Gnonto's hit the bar. Gnonto crashing his shot goalwards, hits the bar up and over, and it took a deflection on its way. So close to the first goal of the season.
How has that not gone in? It's brilliant play. Bogle, what a ball. Outside of his right boot. Georginio with an excellent run. And the pullback is perfect. It just comes off, I think, the back heel of the defender and up onto the bar. Great effort.
Gruev will take the corner kick for Leeds United. Set pieces have been looking decent. Can Leeds do it when it really counts, when it really matters? In it goes towards the far post. Oh, it's off the bar. Header comes back in and the keeper picks it up at the far post. Ampadu with the first header, Firpo with the second. How on earth have Leeds United not scored?
Wow, what a brilliant corner kick in the first place. The header from Ampadu is superb, and then Firpo, as it comes back off the bar, just nodded in. He gets it all wrong. It screws off the side of his head, and the keeper's allowed to get back and make the save.
It's almost like a back header from Firpo. It's in the perfect position for the keeper just to clutch it when he was stuck at his far post. So Leeds go again. Georginio. Brilliant. What a ball. Out to Firpo. Down the left-hand channel for Leeds United. Into the middle it comes for Joseph. Joseph to Gnonto. Gnonto tries to play it into the middle. Comes off the heel of a Portsmouth defender and goes behind for another Leeds corner.
Well, we could be 2 up already, couldn't we? But what we do need, of course, is to convert one of these chances.
Quickly taken. Comes back out for Gruev. Squared up for Ampadu. Oh, he's caught with a late challenge. And that will be the first card of the game. As Ampadu shaped to shoot, Callum Lang just swept his legs away from him. And it's a centrally positioned free kick for Leeds and a yellow card for Lang.
And rightly so. Really good play. I like to see us play off the cuff as well. It's mentally you're alert, so play the short corner kick while everyone's not looking. And eventually comes out to Ampadu, and that's a poor challenge. He's trying to close him down, rightly so, but he's left the ground there, hasn't he, and caught Ampadu.
Well, it's Gruev who looks favourite to take this one for Leeds United. And we remember the last time we were here for a competitive fixture at Ellen Road. What happened then? Gruev. Bogle's a bit too far away, you suspect, to get involved in this one. So the keeper, Norris, lines his wall up, then he goes to his far post. Gruev maybe looks towards the near, we'll see. Gruev with the ball in and over, off the bar again! Comes out for Georginio. This is incredible. Never seen anything like it. 3 times now inside the opening 7 minutes. Leeds United have hit the crossbar. Here they come again. Ampadu into the middle for Bogle. Oh, touches poor, and he's in trouble himself here now. Bogle left a leg in there as he realised the mistake had left Leeds vulnerable to a counter-attack. Just a free kick.
What a free kick. What an incredible free kick. That is 3-4 inches away from being perfect. Right in the top corner. Bending, dipping. Just not quite enough. And Gruev, he likes that position on the pitch. That's where he scored his only free kick from last season. Almost does it again.
So it's been a sensational opening from Leeds, but there's one key element missing from it. Rodon. You have to remember to defend as well. As Rodon goes towards his own corner flag. And then it's clipped into touch, and it will be a Portsmouth throw-in.
Not quite sure why Rodon just played that back to Meslier nice and early. Would have snuffed out the danger, but wow, take a deep breath, everyone. Oh, we're not ahead, I'm not sure.
Throw is backwards to Dozzell, one of the recent signings for Portsmouth. Andre Dozzell came up against Leeds in opposition last season. Spell on Birmingham at loan, son of Jason, who you may remember.
Played with Jason, England under-21s. He was a Ipswich and Tottenham Hotspur player in his time, amongst others. So Portsmouth have been strengthening the squad. They lost a couple as well. Or rather, they missed out on a couple of players there. After the player they had, Robertson, on loan from Manchester City, did really well for them last season. He's gone to Cardiff. But it, as John Mousinho, the Portsmouth head coach, has been stressing, it's a huge step up. James to Joseph. Ball almost spins back for James, goes down! What's the referee given? Penalty kick! Dan James just nipped in front of the defensive challenge of Ogilvie, and he went down, and the referee pointed at the penalty spot. Fantastic. Just the tenacity and speed of James. Does Ogilvie, he doesn't even know he's there. He thinks, well, I've got that one, no problems at all. By the time he sticks out a boot, too late. James has got himself in front. All started from a good ball from James into Mateo Joseph. Just by getting hold of it in those sort of areas, it makes something happen. And when it comes to the defender, he was slow. James wasn't. And we get a penalty kick, and I'm just having a look who's sticking it down on the spot.
Pascal Struijk. Well, we were wondering, because there's no Somerville anymore, and Piroe's on the bench. Struijk has taken penalties before for Leeds, and he's going to take this one. Pascal Struijk with a short run-up. Norris bouncing on his line in front of him. Struijk, brilliant penalty, stroked in, and the central defender has his first goal, and Leeds United have their first goal, and it's everything Leeds deserve after a fantastic start. Leeds United 1, Portsmouth 0.
Brilliant from Pascal Struijk. Great penalty, centre half, just steps up and slots it home, and I'm delighted for him as well, because of course he's missed so much of last season. He would have been disappointed he couldn't help the team out, but he has worked so hard in the off-season. He's come back fitter and stronger than he's ever been. And here he slots that ball into the bottom corner, calm as you like, and rightly so. We're 1-0 up.
So the players return to their own half as the celebrations continue around the stadium. Leeds, who've been pouring forward in the opening 10 minutes of this game. Chance after chance after chance. And it's a penalty that brings the first successful strike of the season. Struijk with a defensive header. Gruev helps it on. Joseph in his own half. It breaks for Struijk and Ampadu. Rodon back into Meslier. Just about put enough on that one. Meslier goes long through the middle. Joseph backs into the defender successfully. James, well, it looked like James was picking up to move forward, and then the referee belatedly blew his whistle to signal it was a Joseph foul on the defender standing behind him.
Yeah, a little too eager, just puts his arms out and tries to grab hold of the defender. Unfortunately, you've got to keep your eyes on the ball. But that's what we need from him, though. Make himself an absolute nuisance up there and make it difficult for defenders.
Bamford on the bench. Joseph in the starting 11. Involved in the action, just beaten to it by Shaughnessy there. And then it's the skipper, Marlon Pack, familiar figure. Played lots of championship football. Silvera back to Ogilvie, the man who gave the penalty away. And then it's worked all the way back to the goalkeeper, Norris. Portsmouth must be feeling just a little bit shell-shocked at the moment because they have been blown away in these opening stages.
Well, they've not settled at all, have they? Can't really get their passing game going, and they're just ballooning it out. No real control in midfield. They're just having to do a lot of chasing at the moment.
Meslier clips it forward. One in midfield initially by Portsmouth, and then they hold the ball with Pack. And then it's intercepted by Gnonto. Gnonto leaves one in there. Just a bit of a daft challenge from Willie Gnonto. Just a little bit of contact after the ball had gone. Holds his hands up protesting. Well, he can't really protest his innocence, but he can try and lessen the severity in terms of potential punishment, perhaps.
Put your hands up and smile. That's what it's about. Sorry. Early on, yeah, you're right. It's a silly one because of where it was as well. There's no need. Defender always favour it there. Try and block it rather than get a piece of the player.
So Pack will take it for the visitors. Put a line of players 10 yards or so outside the Leeds penalty area, matched up by the white shirts of Leeds United. Movement in the line. Ampadu offers instruction. Pack curls the ball in goalwards now. Header loops up in the air and kindly drops into the hands of Illan Meslier, who bowls it out underarm for Bogle. Down the right-hand side for Leeds. Championship programme got underway yesterday evening. Georginio just about keeps the ball in play, but loses out to Silvera, who tries to win it back. And then he's penalised, I think, somewhat unluckily, because I thought he got to the ball first, but free kick is taken quickly and the game goes on. And Pack in the centre of the Portsmouth half and the centre of the Portsmouth team. Plays a ball forward. Struijk with a challenge. Ampadu lays it out to his left to Firpo. Firpo, great ball, just beyond Joseph. It was a really intelligent pass from Firpo, spotting the run of Joseph forward. It just rolled a little bit beyond the forward and through to the keeper.
I just love the run as well. You know, that's what we need to see more of. And Joseph, that's what he gives you, runs into those channels. Good ball from Firpo.
Ball in the middle. James nods it down. Rodon has to get there smartish to get it forward. Over the halfway line, it comes back into the Leeds half. Leeds appeal for an offside, but it bounces into touch anyway. The Leeds throw in. Bogle, ball in hand, ready to take it. Still waiting for the right move. Joseph comes in to offer an option. He gets the ball, loses the ball. Rodon defends. So does Struijk, and between the pair of them, they're going to let that one run out and behind, and that'll be a goal kick. Illan Meslier, who's all in green today, with a slash of yellow across the middle, having appeared in pink through the pre-season.
Preferred the pink, I have to say.
The shocking pink.
The shocking pink. You can see him, can't you?
He's almost in camouflage against the turf in that outfit there. Maybe that's the idea. Meslier with the first thought about going left and then turns right to Rodon, out to Bogle. Ampadu. Oh, it's a loose ball. And it's Struijk's caught his man late. Oh, actually, did he catch him? No, he didn't catch him, clearly. And he must have just pulled out of that challenge on Paddy Lane there, Pascal Struijk.
You're right.
Otherwise, he's in trouble.
Because looking at the reaction of the Portsmouth players, there was none. It was just, OK, up and play on. So very fortunate, scrappy concentration now. And it's OK being absolutely dominant, but you still have to concentrate. One slip up puts Portsmouth right back in the game.
Yeah, another example of it there. Poor pass from Dan James, wearing that new number 7 shirt. And Leeds have just been a little sloppy in the last couple of minutes, having really got the foot on the throat of Portsmouth in the opening stages of this game. Want to keep that momentum going forwards. Again, ball given away. Ampadu guilty this time. Oh, that's a bad one from Ogilvie. Referee's allowing play to continue because Leeds have the ball, and it's played through for Dan James, who's suddenly into the penalty area. James to the byline, cuts it back into the middle. The block is made and it goes behind for a corner. Well, understandable perhaps that the referee gave the advantage there, but that didn't look a good challenge on Ethan Ampadu.
I mean, that's a really poor challenge, my goodness. Ball's bouncing away. Here's the play afterwards. That first touch took Dan James a long way from goal and tries to steer it back, but a challenge on Ampadu. Advantage being played, but the referee might at least have a word with Ogilvie, the perpetrator of that challenge.
So Ampadu is thankfully back on his feet, but he's having words with the referee about that challenge, because the referee is not showing any signs of taking any further action. And it's the man who gave the penalty away who was also the culprit there in terms of that late and heavy challenge on Ethan Ampadu, who makes his way up towards the penalty area somewhat slowly now, still running off or jogging off the after effects of that challenge. Gruev stands over the ball for Leeds.
His first corner was superb, wasn't it? We almost scored from that one. Let's see what we can do from this one.
Dropped in towards the back of the 6-yard box. We've seen a variation with some short corners as well. Gruev on duty again with this one, so potential in swinger. Dropped into the near post from where it's headed behind again. So Gruev can stay in position and wait for another ball to be rolled into his path. And Leeds can stay in that Portsmouth box. Gruev again. Curled into the near post once more. Headed away from that position. Drops edge of the area for Gruev. Delivers it back with a half volley into the penalty area. Comes out for Bogle. Bogle goes all the way back to Meslier. Very much erring on the side of caution there. So Leeds keep possession, but they're now deep inside their own half.
Nothing wrong with that either. Just make sure we retain possession, move it quickly. Keep Portsmouth chasing and running. Anytime Portsmouth are getting it, they're just giving it straight back to us. We don't want to give it back to them again.
Rodon. Now here on a permanent basis, having joined as part of the deal that saw Archie Gray depart for Tottenham Hotspur. Wish him all the very best for his season at Premier League level. Struijk. Now Bogle operating down the left just at the moment. As the ball comes back to Meslier. Short out to Rodon. Played out to Firpo down the right. Now James flicked on. Georginio wriggles away from his man. Not once but twice. Good ball in to the path of Firpo. Firpo, he's dragged away from the ball and he gets a free kick. And there were 3 that the referee could have given there, frankly. 2 on Georginio, I think, and 1 on Firpo, but he's given the initial foul on Georginio.
Pick a foul, any foul. Yeah, trying to play advantage, but excellent play. And you're right, the fullbacks were over each other's side, but still managed to move the ball quickly and get it out the other way. Almost broke through.
Well, Leeds have switched fullbacks here, which is interesting. So clearly something that they've talked about.
Clearly, and you can see Ampadu's dropped in between the 2 centre halves as well. We saw that at times in pre-season, certainly. I think it was Schalke and Hanover. Ampadu, because he reads the game so well, he moves kind of forward and back wherever he's kind of needed. So if he drops back in between the 2 centre halves, fullbacks then can push up high. When they're back closer, he can then go forward as well. So it's another attribute to our side.
Firpo's running through the middle at the moment. Ampadu didn't play it in his direction, but James gets it on the touchline instead, in the Portsmouth half. Into Joseph. First touch, great ball to James. Got a bit of space in front of him. clips it into the penalty area, over the head of Gnonto, cleared over the head then of Gruev. Ampadu to win it back for Leeds. Bogle trying to wriggle into the penalty area. Joseph into the middle, cleared away from the near post. Joseph elects to keep the ball in play rather than letting it out for a corner. Leeds still have possession, tight to that far touchline. Comes back for Gruev. Gruev into the middle for Rodon. Back to Gruev. Not the best ball for Ilya Gruev there, and he leans into the challenge and gives away a free kick. And Joe Rodon didn't help him out enormously with that pass.
No, that was a bad pass, but what about that play from Mateo Joseph as well? Just gets it into his body, bit of a shimmy, finds space. Good ball in, wasn't it, to Dan James down the right. Another opportunity was almost created, but just love his hold-up play. Looking sharp, good runs off the ball as well.
Good numbers here from Portsmouth. It must have been tricky for some. There's been all sorts of problems on the rail network. Well, it is the start of a football season after all, and you wouldn't have it being easy now, would you, for travelling supporters? And many Leeds fans will have been caught up on it as well, as trains going out north from King's Cross have been subject to mass cancellation throughout the course of the morning. And it's an early start like we've got here.
Although I can't see a seat spare, Bryn.
No, it's true.
Every
so
single
must
seat
have made it
is
eventually.
occupied, yeah.
Now we have to concentrate on watching Portsmouth, who have a free kick from a position of some promise, just in from the near touchline. A chance to put the ball into the Leeds penalty area, perhaps. Silvera and Dozzell are both over it, taken short to Pack. Pack clips it to Silvera, and back it goes to Dozzell, and back into Pack. Pack's under a bit of pressure, so he goes back into the centre circle to Jordan Williams, and back to Pack, who's in his own half, under pressure from Gnonto. So it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. That started from an advanced position, that free kick, and it ends up back at the feet of the goalkeeper in the Portsmouth half. It's all about the pressing, isn't it? Pack suddenly has space, though, and he's played in. Silvera on the edge of the Leeds penalty area. Silvera on his right foot, looking for the space to shoot. Ampadu makes the challenge, comes out for Pack, delivers back in, onside, shot on goal, shot into the back of the net. And Sørensen it is who brings Portsmouth level their first moment of any danger in this game, and they've equalised from it. 1-1.
Really poor goal to give away, and I think it goes straight through Meslier as well. So some poor defending all round. Coming out at the wrong time, then not picking up your man. And eventually the shot, yes, it was well struck, but Meslier has to do better as well. Didn't go right into the near post. And after such a dominant start to the game, has to stop that. It's a nice height. Goes straight through. And somehow this game is back at all square.
Well, Portsmouth fans celebrated long and hard because they must have feared the outcome in the very early stages of this game. And then suddenly, as we are 24 minutes in, they find themselves back on level terms from their first attack of the match.
Oh, I can't believe their luck, can they, Portsmouth? Should have been out of sight already.
So, a little sign that the Championship will do what the Championship does. Nothing should be taken for granted. Pack it was, the provider there. Clever play from the Portsmouth captain to pick out the pass. Man was onside. Ampadu here to Joseph, just outside the box. He'll try the shot. It takes a deflection. It'll go behind for a Leeds United corner.
Good ball in from Ampadu as well. You can see Mateo Joseph was always looking for that. He's going to get out of his feet and then have a shot straight away.
So Gruev comes over to the near side as we watch to take the corner. Curled in. Again, it's flicked across goal, headed away from the far post. And out to the box. James will try and pick it up for Leeds. Gets there. Good footwork from Dan James. Made space for a cross perhaps here. Goes back instead to Gnonto. Gnonto runs parallel with the edge of the penalty area. Gives it back to Ampadu. Now James over on that far touchline. Curls his cross into the penalty area. Georginio makes the ball. And Georginio's header goes wide, and I think he just put hands in the back of the defender, and that's a free kick to Portsmouth.
Ogilvie is the defender who got up well. And yes, Georginio just does put his two hands into the back. Good defending in the end, but what's happened to our corner kicks, by the way? Superb. Gruev putting some great deliveries in.
Well, clearly identified as an area that required improvement in the summer. I'm sure it's something they've been working on at length. Free kick for an offside decision in Leeds' favour. Ampadu takes it quickly, but too far forward, so the referee orders him to bring it back. And Portsmouth have the boost of that goal completely out of the blue. Gruev, Firpo, now Struijk. Well, there was a run on from Gnonto down the channel, but he had to check back because Struijk didn't quite see it in time. Gruev in possession. Ampadu in his own half. Now Rodon. Wide it comes to James, now operating down the right-hand side, as is Bogle again. Rodon's going to go chasing back to keep that away from Sorensen. Plays it long forward. Joseph holds his man off really. Curled in goalwards. Great ball again. Still not headed clear. Rodon's underneath it in the box. Tries to tee it up for Gnonto perhaps. Ampadu stabs it back to Bogle. Leeds hold possession in the Portsmouth half. Bogle through the middle to Ampadu. Ampadu's under pressure, so he's got to go back. Had to do it, didn't really have anything on. It was the Portsmouth press that worked well in their favour there. James, now Georginio. James will carry his run forward. Georginio set off on his own run. He showed too much of that till Silvera. And Leeds lose the ball before winning it back swiftly. And Georginio is on it, halfway line. Gets the return ball from Gnonto. Step over is extravagant. And then just shows a bit too much to his opponent in the midfield, Dozzell. Portsmouth with Silvera back on it. Plays the ball through the middle. Look for the run through the middle there of Lang. But, spotted by Struijk, intercepted, and Leeds have it back again with Ampadu.
That's an obvious thing to say, but there's more goals in this game. I just think the way that Portsmouth are playing, they're really open at times. We'll find plenty of space.
Ball over the top beyond Georginio, bounces into the hands of the goalkeeper. So there was space for Georginio there, but just a bit too much on the delivery from Ethan Ampadu.
Yeah, and Portsmouth trying to certainly play. They're not banking the defence and midfield, packing it, so it's extremely difficult for us to get through. But unfortunately, they don't keep the ball very well, so when they lose it, that's where the spaces are apparent for us to then go and exploit.
Struijk loops the ball into the Portsmouth half. It's beyond Georginio and Gruev to Dozzell. Back on the ball on the halfway line. And then it's played across the back. Towler out to Ogilvie. Ogilvie faced up by James, so he goes back to Towler, the central defender, who goes back in turn to the goalkeeper. And he goes long with his clearance. Rodon with a header. Loops down to Ampadu. His ball goes straight to Pack. Marlon Pack stops, checks, just tries to slow things down a little. Then Gruev, great interception in midfield. Joseph's into the penalty area, shoots goalwards, and the goalkeeper beats it away with the palms of his gloves. And it comes out for a Leeds throw in.
Good closing down, wasn't it? Gruev is the one that just nips in, and Joseph gets it out of his feet and just lets fly. Easy for the keeper, but good shot.
James does get the cross in, headed away from Gnonto, comes out for Firpo. Gruev back to Struijk. Pascal Struijk, short ball wide to Firpo. On it goes to Gnonto. Back to the penalty area, holds up well, gives it to Ampadu. Leeds playing just outside that box, and then the pass from Gruev goes through the legs of Firpo and straight out and beyond him for a goal kick.
Interesting when we are in possession, how high our fullbacks are getting and the positions they're taking up. Bogle sometimes playing inside right. We've seen Firpo already running through the middle as well, and that's where a player like Ampadu becomes vital, just to understand where he needs to sit at the right time.
Norris drops the ball in the Leeds half. Bogle and Ogilvie challenge. Ogilvie Hooks it forward to Lang, just outside the Leeds box. Ampadu's with him, watches him well, takes the ball off him, plays it forward over the head of Georginio. It almost drops for James. Towler gets in just ahead of him, and then he flicks it out of play, and a bit of a panic. Leeds have a throw in. Meslier, the Portsmouth head coach, will go and retrieve the ball.
Well, I think their coach Meslier will be delighted there in this game at 1-1. Certainly wasn't looking like that after 5 or 10 minutes.
Good turn again there from Mateo Joseph. Towler leans into him, pushes him to the ground. He'd lost him. Leeds free kick. Taken to Ampadu and back to Rodon. Rodon sets off on a bit of a run. Georginio skips away from the challenges. And then it's Struijk, left side to Firpo. He's got a bit of time and space to operate in. Comes into Gruev. Helps it on to Georginio, now down that left channel. Georginio well held up. Gruev with just left his foot and invited Marlon Pack to fall over it there, basically.
He took the invitation, didn't he?
He certainly did, yeah.
Just dangled a foot. I'm not sure there was a lot of contact, but Pack saw it was going down before he got there.
Portsmouth will be at the stage now, 33 minutes in, perhaps, where they'll be casting a little eye towards half-time. Maybe that's why we're seeing a little bit of a slowdown in terms of the restart here. Goalkeeper walks a long way slowly out to take the free kick. Rodon and Ogilvie underneath it. Rodon gets there first. Pack has done well in there for Portsmouth, the captain. On the ball again. It goes back to Towler. Towler to the edge of the penalty area. Norris. And one thing that Meslier will be really pleased about is that after that initial blitz, Leeds going in front, Portsmouth have not been under quite so much pressure since. Joseph trying to alter that now with a run forward down the right-hand touchline. Pack's with him. Oh, he's dragged him back in. There's an advantage given as James has the ball. Plays it into Gnonto. Georginio to Firpo. Into the penalty area to Gnonto. Good movement from Gnonto. Shoots goalwards. Goalkeeper saves with his feet. Wonderful football from Leeds.
Really is good play. Moving the ball from right to left. But yet again, Mateo Joseph down this right-hand side starts it all off, and then good interchange. Nice early passing. Finding the spare man. What about this turn? Absolutely love it. Finds himself a couple of yards. And going into that near post. Good save.
How is there not a yellow card for Pack when that's all over? As he was pulling the shorts off Mateo Joseph there. Corner kick, Leeds United. Curl to the far post. Keeper flips it away before Rodon could attack the ball. Gruev chases it out to the near side touchline. Lets it run out for a Leeds United throw in. 10 minutes to go before half-time here at Ellen Road. It's 1-1. Joseph with the ball on the byline. Gets it back to Bogle, who's hemmed in, so comes out to Rodon. Across the middle to Struijk. Pascal Struijk helps it on to Firpo. Firpo has James waiting on the far touchline. James has it. Dan James into Georginio. As ever, back to goal. Wriggles away from his man. Still going, Georginio curls his shot in, not a million miles wide either. And then the referee is asked, was there a free kick in the midst of all of that? And gives nothing.
He's playing advantage, the referee, so Georginio eventually does wriggle free, so that is the advantage. The shot, if it goes in, it's a goal. It doesn't go in, and then you're looking back at the referee. Not sure you can do that, because you've had the advantage. Not a yellow card, just got to keep doing that, Georgie. Keep doing it.
I have to report, it started raining here at Ellen Road. I didn't see that one coming. Not heavily, but raining nevertheless. Leeds trying to pour forward themselves. Gnonto down the right. Gnonto, great ball into Bogle in the penalty area. Tries to sweep it into the middle. It's cleared behind. It's another Leeds corner.
Great attack down the right. That's what Bogle is going to give you. Options inside, outside, with his pace up and down, and there plays a good ball in Gnonto to Bogle and just whip it across the danger area. Good block from the Pompey defender.
Rodon was involved in a tussle off the ball there in his own half. He's picked himself up and he's making his way into the penalty area now, awaiting the Gruev corner.
It's when he landed, he actually landed on one of their players, so a bit ginger getting up.
It's gone in low to the near post. Not the best delivery from Gruev. He gets another go here. Puts it back in again. Cleared from the penalty spot. Not far. Joseph's there. Portsmouth break. Bogle controls well. Gives it back to James. Leeds stay in that Portsmouth half in possession with Firpo. And now Struijk. In the centre circle, Ampadu to Rodon. Back to Ampadu again. Rodon out to James on the right side. In it goes to Georginio. Doesn't really play it where Dan James is able to get to it. Silvera's there first. He plays the ball invitingly for the run forward in the Leeds half of Paddy Lane, but he can't get to it. It goes through to Meslier, who's been a spectator for much of this game. In his one big moment, it's been a difficult moment. The ball is cleared into touch. It's going to be a Leeds United throw-in, level with the edge of the Portsmouth penalty area.
Bogle just angled that ball, didn't need to, could have been straight, and that's when James would have been in. Instead, the defender managed to get there first.
Struijk through the middle for Leeds, to the left to Gnonto. Forced out wide by Williams. Gnonto with a little step over, still in possession, back into the centre circle to Rodon. Rodon, a lot of space in front of him, just weighing up his options here.
Too much.
And ultimately, maybe had too much time there to think about things, Joe Rodon, because the ball is overhit and it sails out for a goal kick as the rain gets heavier here.
Where did the rain come from? It was a beautiful hot day. Down it comes. Saying that, conditions now will be ideal out there with the ball zipping around, but Portsmouth just launch it a lot, don't they? Here again from the keeper, just up. It's his second ball that we need to contend with if we don't win the first.
Struijk straight to Silvera. Does well, good close control, keeps it away from Bogle and from James before Ampadu steps into excellent effect. Lovely play. Puts the ball over the top for Joseph to chase.
Too straight.
And defender gets across in to block him off, and it bounces through into the hands of Norris. And the goalkeeper gets the return pass from Towler.
That'll be a feature, I think, this season as well, having Ampadu just 5-10 yards further up the pitch. Those passes that we know he can spot and deliver will be really valuable.
Georginio puts it up in the air, almost like a rugby up and under. Chases after it. Ampadu battles. So does Gruev. Leeds win the ball back cleanly, says the referee. And come forward with Gnonto now on the left side for Leeds. Gnonto, defender, wins it off him. Gnonto stumbled and Williams capitalised. And then it's the goal scorer, Sørensen, back to the fullback Williams into Pack. They look up. Silvera has a lot of space down the Portsmouth left. And now they might have a chance to get it to Rodon. He's been penalised. He's been yellow carded as well. I'm saying he'd be disappointed with a foul being given. And not only that, there's a yellow card as well.
Well, that's just not right. I think he may have held him a little, but you're right, then managed to get a piece of the ball. But if that's a yellow card, there's a few other yellow cards that weren't given.
Well, if you think of the Marlon Pack on the shorts down here.
Yeah, that's more of a yellow. Here we see it again. He's just backs into him, rolls him around there, just grabbing and holding, but for the same length of time as, you're right, Pack.
It's only what you see from corner kicks, isn't it? That kind of interaction, if you like.
Now concentrate.
Marlon Pack stands over the ball for Portsmouth, just a few yards outside the centre circle. Pack takes his time. Curled into the edge of the area. Rodon heads clear. Comes out the edge of the box. Oh my word, what a drive. Callum Lang with a superb strike that flies past Meslier. And Leeds United are behind in this game at Ellen Road. And it's a brilliant goal that's put them in that position. It's Leeds United 1, Portsmouth 2.
Well, that is some strike. And this is one crazy first half of football. This time Meslier had absolutely no chance because that is struck perfectly. And this is where Portsmouth will have worked on. Where can we hurt the opposition, well, it's going to be from set pieces. That one is flying through, catches it so well, doesn't he, on the half volley. The header is just down into the middle of the pitch. However, he should do a bit better, but it's that poor first touch actually from Callum Lang. But the second one was nothing poor about it. It was superb, and it ends up in the back of our net.
So Leeds, having gone all guns blazing at Portsmouth in the opening stages of this game, inside the final 5 minutes of the first half, now have a job to do to come back from behind. Pascal Struijk. All the noise inside Ellen Road, not surprisingly now, is coming from the away supporters section. Gnonto, played in just behind the line, takes it forward for Leeds. Firpo on the overlap, whips his ball in near post, just beyond Joseph, who appeals for hands. Referee sees nothing untoward in there. Leeds try again with Gruev, and it's come for Firpo. Firpo's in the penalty area, shoots, and it hits the back of the defender and spins behind for a Leeds corner.
There's still plenty of goals in this game, and I still fancy us coming back, but what we can't do is make any more mistakes. And here, when the ball comes across, Mateo Joseph, just seeing a later one, that was the corner kick, but my goodness, nice to get back on level terms before half-time, if we can.
James, curled into the penalty area. Norris punches it, not well. Gruev, and he half volleys it just wide of the post. And he couldn't quite get it on target there, couldn't get his body around it. Otherwise, there was a real chance of an equaliser.
If he could have just controlled that volley, you're right. I think it was kind of right in the middle, not one side nor the other. You see, trying to use his left foot. Maybe the right would have been better, but that's not a great effort.
Goalkeeper Norris is taking as long as he can over the restart for this game. Portsmouth now look at the clock and realise they could be walking off in a minute and a half or so with a lead in a game in which they've had 2 chances. Ampadu, fouled, gets up, will want to get on with things quickly. He's prevented from doing so by Lang stepping in front of him, but he gets on with it anyway. Firpo out to Gnonto. Gnonto back into Gruev. Leeds only lost 2 games here all season last season, and of course they were right in the closing stages of the domestic campaign. Blackburn and then Southampton. Can't countenance a defeat in the opening fixture this time. Work to do. James. Oh, shocking tackle. And Dan James caught really late and hard there by Dozzell. And he spins up in the air and lands. And the referee steps in, and there will be punishment here. I assume it will be yellow, but that was a poor tackle.
Yeah, it really was. Hopefully Dan James kind of half saw that one coming, and the collision didn't cause any sort of damage, but as you can see, he finds space, touches it. Ooh. I think he's up and okay, thank goodness, but yeah, that's a poor one. So that's Dozzell and Lang booked in that midfield area.
3 added minutes at the end of this first period, so time still there for Leeds United. Just at the moment, the weather matches the mood. Gruev with the free kick for Leeds. James, position out to his right, it goes to the other side, to the left. Far post, it's beyond everybody. There were runners there, but they couldn't get to it. And it sails out for a goal kick.
Just slightly overhit, but the delivery from Gruev has been much improved, certainly from what we saw a lot of the time last season, but that one there just too far, too strong.
Norris, again, will be in no great hurry to get his foot through this goal kick. More of the added minutes has already elapsed. Bogle underneath it with Ogilvie. Bogle wins it, but it's going to go out to play for Portsmouth throw in. Daniel Farker comes to the edge of the technical area to retrieve the ball. Hands it to Ogilvie. Meslier animated on the edge of his technical area down below. Rodon header forward. Ogilvie back into the Leeds half. Rodon again delivers. Then James hooks it on. Past Joseph. Goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. James will chase game, leave at Norris. Plenty of time to shake with a clearance. Stop raining. Ampadu. Georginio. Just thought he got away from Pack there. May have been held back. Referee didn't see anything wrong. Almost stopped raining. Sun is almost shining as well, but it comes off the head here of Bogle, and it's out of play, and it's going to be a Portsmouth throw in with a minute to go in this first half.
There's no passing around the back, is there, from Pompey? They're just pushing up, and with their lead, of course, taking no chances whatsoever. More often than not, it's just a long ball up to their striker.
Rodon heads it back into touch again. Time ticks past, and it's Portsmouth who are in that Leeds half still. Down the line, Silvera back to Ogilvie. Georginio will pick it up deep in his own half. Pings off the head of Pack back into the centre circle. Bogle with a header forward. Combined two players' names there, Ogilvie. Dan James. Georginio, great turn from Georginio. There are runners. Gnonto's one of them. Has to go back to pick it up, plays it on to Gruev, just ahead of Gruev. Well, there was real promise in that counter-attack from Leeds, but the pass from Georginio needed to be in front of Gnonto, or alternatively through the middle. And that brings the first half to an end, and there's a collective head shaking going on around Ellen Road here, because Leeds came flying out the blocks in this game, hit the crossbar 3 times inside the opening 7 minutes, scored from the penalty spot, looked all set for a big win. And then Pompey came back, not once but twice, and it is they who lead at half-time here at Ellen Road. Leeds 1, Portsmouth 2.
One of the strangest first halves of football I've ever seen. Should be 5-2 to us, but we didn't take our chances, and you have to say fair play to Portsmouth after being really given the runaround for the first 5 or 10 minutes and finding themselves behind. They've responded really well, but we've helped them. We've given them certainly 1 goal straight through Meslier's hands. Haven't taken the chances, but plenty more goals in this game. There's going to be space out there. Second half, we need a big performance, but I think we can get right back into this game.
Big half-time team talk perhaps from Daniel Farker to come. Opening day of the season. It's Leeds 1, Portsmouth 2. There are options available to Daniel Farker should it be required from an attacking perspective on the bench.
Yes, there's plenty of them. We need to keep the pressure high, make it difficult for Portsmouth as the game goes on. I expect more and more space to be out there, but we can't do that, of course, is concede another. Got to keep it nice and tight and concentrated at the back, something we didn't do very well in the first half.
Foul on Joseph in the Leeds half, and he picks himself up. Struijk prepares to get the game going again. Leeds fans will have their part to play in this second period, you feel, as well. Rodon to Struijk. Struijk, short ball to Gruev. Firpo back to Gruev. Crosses the halfway line. Pack steps across in front of him, knocks the ball into touch. It'll be a throw in. Junior Firpo to Georginio. Now Gnonto. Up to the edge of the penalty area. Gnonto on his right foot for the shot!
Yes!
Oh, what a start to the second half. Gnonto with a super goal. Saw his spot and picked it out perfectly. And it's Leeds United 2, Portsmouth 2.
Brilliant. Great play down his left-hand side. Exactly what we needed. First minute of the second half. Back on level terms. And Gnonto's been lively, hasn't he, in that first half as well. Just cuts inside. And with Somerville going, guess what? That left-sided spot in the team has now been given to Gnonto. And that's his favourite one. Comes in on his favourite right side. Good goal. Near post. Right. 2-2. Let's go.
Well, Leeds have had the perfect start to the second period. Now they have to build from there. Portsmouth attempt to put themselves back in an attacking position quickly. Georginio wins the ball back really well. Sets off on a run forward over the halfway line. Williams, the fullback, actually does a good job on him ultimately, just holds back from committing the foul, and Georginio miscontrols and it goes into touch for a throw.
Really quick word as well to the referee, Oliver Langford. After that second goal, Georginio was fouled, he wanted the free kick, he's shouting at the referee to give it to him. Gnonto goes on and scores, and the referee turns around and Georginio goes, see, that's why I allow the advantage.
He has played some big advantages in this game and worked well for Leeds there. Gnonto misses, loses as the ball is cleared back into touch, is it? Well, it's bounced on the touchline twice and then it's gone out, and it will be a Portsmouth throw in. And Connor Shaughnessy goes back to the goalkeeper. Shaughnessy played 9 times for Leeds. The Irishman. Here's the Welshman defending for Leeds in the central defensive position. Rodon. Bogle. Back it goes to Meslier. Towler gets there ahead of Georginio, but now he'll get another chance. And Leeds are matching Portsmouth up. Ball swept out to his near side. Gnonto sprints to try and keep it in play. Is he going to get there? Yes, he does. Now he can look towards the edge of the penalty area. Curls his cross in, headed away from the penalty spot. They were waiting at the back post. Leeds come again. Portsmouth stretched as James this time misplaces his ball. Joseph wasn't in the place where James put it. And Portsmouth clear away.
This is like deja vu. We've seen this before, haven't we, in the first half. This time we have taken one of our chances, and Portsmouth really are struggling to get hold of the ball at all.
Here's Bogle into the penalty area. Joseph! Oh, over the top. And did the keeper get a touch? Yes, he did. And that surely makes that an incredible save. Joseph, it all opened up in front of him. He shot goalwards and it went over the top.
I love the touch from Joseph as well. Just the movement, the shimmy, the touch. Finds himself with half a yard and just couldn't get it underneath the crossbar.
I don't think the touch was the goalkeeper's. It must have been off a defender. Gruev curls the corner in. Heads up! Oh, just beyond Ampadu, who was in a tussle in the 6-yard box with Dozzell. And it went beyond him and out on the other side for a goal kick.
What a ball. What a ball again from Gruev. The delivery has been absolutely superb. Left foot of Gruev. But someone has to get on the end of that.
Noise levels rise here inside Ellen Road. So we hit the 50-minute mark. 2-2 now. Some game to start the season. Typically quiet affair. Ampadu. Struijk out to Bogle. James. Now Firpo. Down the channel for Georginio. First touch is a little heavy, so it goes back to the goalkeeper. Joseph spotted it, almost cut it out. So Norris just hacks it into touch, manages to get good distance on it in doing so, and drops just inside the Leeds half.
Well, I think Portsmouth are going to do plenty of hacking and booting the ball up the pitch. When we get it, we've just got to be patient, move it quickly, shift, find spaces, and hopefully we can take another chance or two.
Georginio, the coach, appeals for a free kick that isn't given as the ball comes out for a Leeds throw-in on the halfway line. Joseph over his own shoulder to Firpo. Now Georginio. Firpo runs through the middle. Georginio holds on to the ball. Surrounded by blue shirts. Still going. Comes back off. Defender into the path of Gnonto. And it's played into touch for a Leeds throw-in. Level with the edge of the Portsmouth penalty area. Taken quickly, as you might imagine, to Gruev. It goes back to Struijk. And then Rodon. Sørensen chasing. So Struik's happy to deliver back to Meslier. Back to Pascal Struijk once more. Gnonto waits wide. Has the ball. Shows too much of it to the figure of Paddy Lane. And then in the right back position, Williams works it back to his goalkeeper. Towler back to Norris once more. Straight ball. Gruev's intercepted it. Joseph. Oh, he tried to chest it into the path of the on-running Gruev there. Might have been better to hold it and then go himself. Unselfish Struijk trying to win the ball in the air. Ampadu helps him out. Struijk again. Gnonto. Now Struijk.
Gruev. Gnonto, Leeds playing in a little triangle. Work it really nicely around the oncoming Portsmouth players. Rodon, channel ball, looking for the run of Joseph. Joseph's in, but in getting in, he just bundled the defender out the way. There wasn't an awful lot in it. The referee saw enough to call the foul.
Probably also foul, but I like the idea. I like Joseph running in those channels. The ball from Rodon, just got to look up and find him. Defender actually does well on that occasion. Just behind Mateo Joseph as well was Gruev getting forward. And we saw that, didn't we, in pre-season, when a couple of times he ended up in the 6-yard box, scored as well. We were shocked. We had to have a bit of a double take to see if that was him, but I think clearly with Ampadu there, Gruev can get forward at times.
Ogilvie's header should carry all the way through. It does. Meslier lets it bounce once and then behind, so it's a goal kick. And he it is who just pushes the ball out to Pascal Struijk. Back it goes to Meslier. And now Rodon. Wonder whether Daniel Farke's just thinking about a change here now. As Bogle down the right side for Leeds. In the Portsmouth half, James had gone on a run, but Georginio has it instead. Georginio again wriggles free. Still going, Georginio to Firpo in the penalty area. Oh, it looks like a handball. The ball comes into the middle. Comes out for Gruev. Shot straight at the goalkeeper, who pats it down and then clears it away.
Really good play again from Georgie. Thought he wasn't actually going to see the pass out to the left-hand side. Not quite sure here when it comes across. Handball, a lot of ricocheting, so that's okay. But good effort from Gruev. Didn't quite start it outside the post, but good effort on target.
Gnonto from Struijk. Oh, now Georginio. There's space. 2 runners. Oh, Georginio tried to thread it into the path of Joseph there, and it was a desperate but much needed interception from Towler.
Come on, boys. All over Pompey, but just got to make sure we concentrate at the other end and just keep probing, keep pressing, keep the tempo high. That's the most important.
Crowd responds. Leeds throw in. Midpoint in the Pompey half. Good throw. Oh, and Joseph pushed over, surely. Well, he looks with his arms spread wide towards the referee, who gives him nothing. And the rain comes down again here at Ellen Road.
Hard to tell. Clearly the referee thought that Joseph has just gone down, but I think he's clipped him from behind initially. That's how he's gone down. Clipped him there. That's a free kick. How's that not a free kick?
Has to be. Nothing given. Goalkeeper plays it into the Leeds half. Ogilvie out wide wins it. Struijk had to win his header against Sorensen. He did. Rodon. Difficult one, but well controlled there by Bogle. Gives it back to Rodon. Spins up in the air and out for a Leeds United throw in. In front of the east stand. Bogle has a ball in his hand as another comes on from the east stand. And Bogle just weighing up possibility here. Looks forwards. He's got good distance on his throws. We've seen that already. This one's shorter to James, back to Bogle. Still stuck on that far touchline. Georginio trying to work it out of there. He's fouled. And belatedly gets an award in his favour. Hasn't had too many today.
No, Marlon Pack though, frustrated because the closer you get to Georginio, the more trouble you're in actually, because he's so strong, he can turn you around and he grabs hold of your shirt. That's what Marlon Pack was complaining about.
Rodon. Short to Ampadu. A little bit messy that. Nearly got caught out there, Leeds. Recover the situation with Dan James. Now he's on a run. He's going to take on Ogilvie for pace here, James. Oh, he's done him. And he's gone past and he's gone down.
That should be a second yellow.
And this could be a card and he could be going here. He's already walking, Ogilvie. He's gone. And Portsmouth are down.
Oh no, they're not.
Oh, hold on a second.
He didn't actually get booked,
did he? Didn't get booked for the penalty challenge.
I thought he did actually, you're right.
He's definitely got booked for that one. So if you're out your seat, get back in it.
Yeah. You see that one a mile off though, couldn't you? Just Dan James being nice and positive. Pace that he's got beats him all ends up, but that's,
he flew
another
past
player.
him.
Yeah.
having started several yards behind. So still 11 v 11. Leeds free kick, still 2-2. Gruev to take it, just in from the far touchline. A little bit of a hush, maybe a hush of anticipation as Gruev thinks about going short, maybe thinks again, curls the ball into the penalty area. Keeper punches it just before it arrives in the path of Ampadu, and enough on the punch to take it out over the near side touchline for a Leeds United throw down by the corner flag. Firpo has come forward to take it. Movement from Georginio. Opts to go to Joseph instead. Back to Gnonto. Gnonto checks back to Struijk. Struijk all the way back to Meslier. Struijk gets the ball back off Meslier. Portsmouth having to do a lot of chasing. Meslier lifts it to Firpo on the touchline. Difficult for Firpo, closed down by two blue shirts. And a foul is conceded. And Portsmouth's pressing worked in their favour there. They end up with a free kick in a position that gives them the chance to put a ball into the Leeds penalty area.
And this is what Portsmouth will be working towards. They're not going to have a lot of possession. When they do get it in a set piece with a corner or free kick, they'll take their time, put the big guys up and just get it into the box. But kind of Route 1 football, but effective for them. We have to be a match for that. Win the first one, if not win the second.
Pack curls it goalwards. Meslier catches beautifully, rolls it quickly. James on the charge for Leeds United over the halfway line. Miscontrolled it and just gave Lane the chance to get back in on it. Given away by Rodon, and then Ampadu steps in and commits a foul in the centre circle. Tried to step out the way of Callum Lang, failed to do so, and that was that Rodon ball that just created the moment of anxiety for Leeds.
It did, and unfortunately Dan James forgot the ball. He was off. Got to take the ball with him, and then you're right, poor ball puts us on the back foot.
Towler across the back to Shaughnessy. Jordan Williams. Portsmouth enjoying a rare spell of possession here. Bogle gets in to try and win it back for Leeds, and so does James. Pushed over by Ogilvie, nothing given. Ampadu just about gets it back to Meslier. Straight ball from Meslier to Struijk. Now Rodon stepping up, gives it to Bogle on the halfway line. Joseph runs into trouble. Played back forwards aimlessly. Easy pick up for Meslier. Rolls it out from the edge of the area to Pascal Struijk. We're up to the hour mark here. 2-2 at Ellen Road. Gruev, Gnonto, Firpo. Into the middle for Georginio. First time ball for Gnonto. He's onside, he's in the penalty area. Shoots straight. And that means straight into the hands of the goalkeeper.
Excellent one-touch play. Just wonder right at the end there was a better option to Joseph in the middle. He puts it in first time there. He doesn't though. Cuts across. To be fair, Joseph was marked by two players anyway, but good play between Gnonto and Junior Firpo as well.
Williams gives it away. Firpo puts it into the path of Gnonto. Asked him to do a lot and he's got on with it and he's got the ball. Pack fell over under his challenge. Now Gruev. Gruev looks to his right. Played to Georginio, stuck in the middle. Gives it back to Gruev, tight on the edge of the penalty area. Bit more space for Gnonto just outside the box. Curls his cross in, hasn't put enough on it though. And the first man heads clear. Firpo picks it up into the middle to Ampadu under pressure, so he turns and plays it to Rodon. Rodon in the centre circle in the Portsmouth half. Back it comes to Ampadu. Ampadu to Firpo. Short ball to Gnonto. Portsmouth press and force Leeds back into their own half. Rain coming down really heavily now here at Ellen Road. Struijk all the way back to Meslier. Senior will be happy to see that as Meslier goes long through the middle. Georginio's never getting to that one in the air. Rodon does. Now Georginio has it instead. Now he's got a bit of space as well to work in. Georginio looks up, taking on defenders, plays it out to his left to Gnonto just outside the area. Gnonto comes into the box on his right foot, still going Gnonto. Georginio! Again, the shot is straight, and that means an easy catch for Norris.
Oh, he should do better, Georginio. With one criticism of Georginio is that when he gets into these positions, really should be finishing more of those chances. No player within 2 or 3 yards of him. It's good play this time from Gnonto, who sets him up, but can't find any of the bottom corners. And too easy for the keeper.
Norris takes his time. Long kick forward. Rodon wins a stooping header. There's Lane in the midfield, all alone. Dan James comes back to win it, but Leeds have been penalised. Free kick to Portsmouth in the Leeds half. Ampadu's challenge. Changes to be made. Sadie is coming on for Portsmouth here. So, second change, he's a forward. And he came in from Bournemouth.
So Sorensen coming off.
The man who got the goal for them, the Danish player, who's just signed. And when Sadie comes on, he will be sent, no doubt, straight up to the edge of that Leeds penalty area for the free kick. Leeds subs emerge from down below. Piroe currently warming up, as is Aaronson, Rothwell now, and Byram. At the other end of the pitch, Leeds lined up just outside the penalty area to defend this free kick. Curled in. Struijk heads it away. Comes back out for Lane. Lane takes on Bogle, gets his cross to the back post. Good ball as well. Scooped it up there. Meslier couldn't get across his line to get to it, but it bounced out behind the goal.
Certainly was a good ball, wasn't it? Up at the back stick. No one there for Portsmouth, fortunately.
Meslier and Struijk combine. Struijk looks forward. Short ball to Gruev. Leeds just trying to work their way round the press here as Portsmouth try and step up the park and keep the ball in Leeds territory as long as possible. Leeds in possession in their own half currently. Rodon. Bogle, not the best ball from Rodon there. The passing's been a little bit off from Joe Rodon today.
Yeah, I think Portsmouth certainly, if they're going to leave someone with the ball, it's Joe Rodon, because Variety's not quite as incisive with his passing, not quite as accurate as we would like.
Ball is over on the right side. Joseph is battling away. Defender tight to his back, hand on his back indeed, as he goes towards a corner flag. Assistant in close proximity. Leeds have won a corner kick. Towler it was who didn't let him go, and Leeds have to settle for the corner.
Good play again, good strength, and cleverly wins a corner kick. A delivery like the previous one, please. Now let's see if we can attack it and stick it in the back of the net.
So Gruev to deliver for Leeds. Every Leeds player bar Mellier's up. In it comes from Gruev. Goalkeeper punches clear. Comes out for Gnonto. Gnonto on his left foot. Gets a deflection. Carries it over the crossbar. Another Leeds corner.
Just the touch was slightly heavy. Does well to get it out of his feet. Controls it well, but Portsmouth get players out and just get enough of a touch. This time keeper, and amongst a load of bodies does well to get it as far as he did, but just comes to Gnonto.
25 to go. 2-2 Leeds corner. James is going to take it. Curls a nice ball in. Headed out. Gruev was always waiting there on the penalty spot, but it was just cleared before it bounced in his path. And then Bogle, poor ball, given away, and Leeds will have to defend against the counter-attack here. Bogle does the right thing. Sadie on his shoulder, so he goes back to Meslier. And then Gnonto. Gnonto's deep in his own half. Scorer of the Leeds equaliser in this second period. Gruev. Centre circle to Ampadu. Now Firpo. On it goes to Georginio. Fouled. And stays down, clutching his shin. Gives it a rub. And there could be a card coming here for... Well, no, there isn't. I thought you were meant to get booked for preventing a quick free kick. It was Lane who stepped right in front of the intended recipient of the free kick. Nothing doing as far as the ref's concerned. Leeds with Bogle down the right. Onto Gnonto. Also operating on that side. Now Bogle continues the run forward. Oh, lovely work from Bogle. Low cross in towards the near post. Oh, the approach play from Bogle was brilliant. Gnonto has a go now instead. Little step over from him into the penalty area, makes room for the shot, takes a deflection on its way towards goal and goes behind for a corner. The pressure is building.
Certainly is. Great play from the right back, Bogle. Steps inside, nice bit of trickery to beat his man as well, then just fires in a ball. And Gnonto once again beats a couple of men when he gets into the box. Strikes at goal. Just need a bit of quality at the end of one of these moves.
Georginio on the edge of the area, surrounded again by blue shirts. 36,432 is the attendance here at Ellen Road this Saturday lunchtime. Leeds next in action on Wednesday night here in the Carabao Cup, and then away at West Brom. An early start for those of you who are operate on a time scale that's behind UK time. That's next Saturday. Georginio, great work on the edge of the box. Again appeals for a free kick and gets nothing. And it's cleared up into the Leeds half. Meslier's come out the box to get to it. Passes it to Rodon. Rodon over the halfway line. Goes wide to Bogle, staying forward. On it goes to James. James, first time ball into the middle, takes a deflection off the heel of the defender Towler, and that sends it spinning into the hands of the goalkeeper Norris.
Well, the clock is ticking away. Just wonder when one or two fresh legs might be asked to come on and make the difference.
Last quarter of the game. Portsmouth clear away, but Struijk gets in to win it back for Leeds in the Portsmouth half. Firpo almost did really well, then loses the ball, and then he's committed a foul on Dozzell. And Mateo gives a little round of applause for that interaction, and he's told his players to come over to the near side. Oh, this is a planned injury, isn't it? Because they've all come to the near side for drinks and instruction.
Well, this is going to happen now. They're going to try and make it as slow as they can. They're going to somehow see out the game. And we need to be prepared for all this, but it's 69 minutes and he's got cramp. Clearly didn't have a proper pre-season.
Well, he did arrive at the club late, only this week, as the referee made a clear indication that he was keeping his eye on the watch. He was doing it quite literally as Dozzell lay down there.
And that's why it's important as well we keep playing at that tempo, because we'll end up getting our reward in the last 10-15 minutes of a game, because we're zipping it around and making them run left and right, really making it difficult physically.
Well, this has turned into a de facto drinks break, hasn't it, with both sides coming to take on fluids, even though the rain is coming down heavily here at Ellen Road.
I've just joined in, I've just had a drink myself. Oh, come on, we just need that winner, don't we? We need another goal.
Leeds await the resumption of hostilities with a free kick. Shaughnessy back to Norris. Out to Towler. And then a left foot ball forward from Norris up into the Leeds half. Ogilvie against Bogle. Ogilvie's won it and he's headed it into the path of Lane. Closed down well by Dan James. Gives it to Joe Rodon. Chested down by Georginio. What a turn by Georginio. Pack is the man who's fouled him. Not for the first time this afternoon.
Just when you get tight again, well on Pack, having real trouble trying to stop him.
Here come the changes, and there will be 3 of them. Gruev will be replaced by Joe Rothwell, who makes his Leeds United debut here at Ellen Road, the new man. Next change sees Gnonto off and Aaronson on, so the man who scored the second Leeds goal. A little shake of the head from Willie Gnonto. And then the final change will see James off and Piroe on. So Dan James, who's over on the far side, possibly not recognising the number 7 number that's raised there, is the last man who will need to depart before Piroe can come on. Dan James just hasn't sussed it, has he, over there? Now he has.
Yeah, the referee's just told him.
So Piroe joins the fray. Dan James has the long walk back round from the far side, east stand side to west stand side.
Just fresh legs. Ritchie will go out to that right hand side. Aaronson to this left. Joseph still through the middle. Piroe tucked in behind. And Rothwell sit in that midfield and offer that bit of quality.
Aaronson will be desperately keen to do well here for Leeds. He's on the ball. Touches not what he'd have wanted for his first touch, given away. Struik's got to defend. Gives it to Meslier. 18 minutes remaining. Still 2-2. Rodon for Leeds. Stopped raining again. Now Ampadu. Out to Firpo. Now Struijk. And now Rothwell gets his first touch and goes wide to Bogle. I like what we've seen of Rothwell in pre-season. See what he can do in the real deal. Georginio can't get it into Joseph. Not a good ball. Won back by Rodon. Now Ampadu. And Struijk to Rothwell to drive for Leeds through the middle. Out to Firpo, left-hand side. Leeds don't gain an awful lot of ground. Ampadu, in fact, they lose ground. They're back in their own half again with Struijk. On to Piroe. Now Firpo. Aaronson is one option. He gets the ball. Aaronson down the left for Leeds. Into Firpo. Now Rothwell. Rothwell straight ball to Piroe. Just outside the penalty area, Joel Piroe. Well, Bogle waits to his right and he uses him finally now. Bogle moves up to the edge of the penalty box, goes for the cross into the middle. Lovely ball right across the eyebrows of Joseph, coming in at the near post there. Any sort of touch and Leeds get a goal.
Oh, it's a great move. Bogle down the right, just finds himself half a yard. You know, Joseph was making it to that near post, just not quick enough, couldn't get the touch.
Portsmouth change now. Moxon comes on for them. And Dozzell, the man who went down with cramp, is the one who's coming off.
Slowly.
Real slow. Again, the referee, no doubt, taking note of the delayed departure. Williams will take the throw in. Down the line, Sadie battling with Firpo. Sadie turns away from Firpo, who grabs his shirt. Fairly obvious foul committed, and the referee certainly wasn't going to miss it. So Portsmouth have a free kick just in from the near side touchline in their own half. 15 minutes to go here at Ellen Road. Towler. Ogilvie to Towler again. Norris just puts it up in the air. Firpo on the halfway line, gets his head on it, but it comes out of play. And Leeds just not able to get that momentum they require at this stage when they had that pressure on a few minutes ago. Portsmouth have weathered that particular storm. So they throw down the line to Sadie now. Firpo in front of him. Another Portsmouth throw. They've gained distance down the touchline. Sadie imploring the travelling Portsmouth fans who stand close to him to give them good backing here. They would be absolutely delighted with this point from their first game back in Championship level football. First game at this level since 2012. First time at Ellen Road since 2011. Throw into Portsmouth. Going through. Oh, what on earth are they doing here?
Come on.
Well, this is fairly cynical, isn't it? It's all very obvious. There's a big exchange of the ball going on between Pack and Williams, and Pack it is ultimately. Looks like he's going to hurl this one into the Leeds penalty area. In it comes from Pack towards the near post. Flicked on from that position. Ampadu heads away. Georginio just clears. Happy to get it up and over the halfway line. Joseph will chase, but Norris, a long way out of this penalty area, will get there way ahead of him. Poor ball from the goalkeeper. And, well, I suppose he will say it's not bad, because it's actually like playing for touch, isn't it? He's gone right out by the corner flag. Yes,
and just earlier I was delighted to see Georginio actually just kick it forward rather than try and beat a couple of men inside our box. He's been known to do that once or twice. We want to see that brilliant skill that he's got further up the pitch, and there, that was the right thing to do at the right time.
Pascal Struijk is going to take this throw, which is indicative perhaps the fact Leeds are going for a bit of distance with this one. Doesn't do particularly well with it, but he gets another go. Oh, caught late there. The referee, the linesman's given it the other way against Pascal Struijk, who seemed to be caught late by a high boot from Ansadi, as they both challenged for the same ball, in fairness. But it was the assistant closest who called it.
Well, I'm not sure how that has certainly gone against.
A yellow card for Pascal Struijk as well. So double punishment for Leeds. They won't want it to be treble punishment because it's a good position for a Portsmouth free kick. In from the touchline, almost level with the edge of the Leeds box. It will require careful defending, this one. So Leeds had cause to be unhappy about the award of the free kick. And now they've got to make sure further punishment isn't exacted. Bamford waiting to come on for Leeds at the moment on the touchline. But first, the free kick from Moxon. Moxon's ball into the middle, heads up. Ampadu comes out to the edge of the area. Lang again has picked it up there. It's come back out to Moxon on the near side. Delivers it low, hits it straight at Georginio. Comes back out for Moxon, who again hits it straight at Georginio. It comes off him for a Portsmouth throw-in. Now Bamford will join. And the man coming off is Mateo Joseph. And so it's 19 for 9. Patrick Bamford has just over 10 minutes plus added time to do something for Leeds here. Pack will take another long throw for Portsmouth in the meantime. Marlon Pack steps back. Portsmouth fans over his shoulder. Again, near post. Firpo with a header clear. Leeds need to get out the penalty area, as Portsmouth are happy to go all the way back to the goalkeeper, who's midway inside his own half, and he can then deliver it back where it all started from, out to this right-hand side touchline. He's done a good job this time with the ball. It's a chance for a cross into the area. Moxon has it for Portsmouth now, and then won well by Rothwell. Leeds can try and snap a counter-attack here. Piroe chased or dragged down by Sadie there. Literally dragged to the floor as he got away from his opponent. And if the card doesn't come out here,
it's just ridiculous.
What on earth? There's a complete lack of consistency over the way these cards have been awarded. Wow.
Right.
Firpo.
Let's just put this ball in the back of the net. Forget all those fouls, because you're right, we're not getting quite the rub of the green on some of these decisions, but let's make our own luck.
Bamford through the middle, doesn't get there. Piroe on to Bamford a second time. Misplaces the header. Aaronson. Ball is played forward. Devlin made a big show of being caught there by Firpo, and then gets straight to his feet. Rothwell. Piroe forced back into his own half to Rodon. We're inside the final 10 minutes. Rodon back to Rothwell. Leeds just really struggling to find a way through at the moment. Not putting the ball around that Portsmouth penalty area. Haven't been there in that position for some minutes now. Trying to do something about that. Bamford miscontrols, and the ball is cleared into touch. He's caught there, Patrick Bamford. The referee says it'll be a Portsmouth ball. What? Well, the Leeds players are puzzled, because it looked like that was a long ball into touch off the Portsmouth midfielder, but
must have just got a nick clearly off Bamford. Let's have a look at it again. Firm challenge.
So Williams with a throw in for Portsmouth. Down the touchline, flicked on by Sadie. It'll go out for a goal kick. And Leeds have the chance to try and get the ball up the park again. Rodon. It's the Pompey chimes you can hear here at the moment. Away supporters trying to sing their side home. Leeds have more to do. Firpo plays it through the middle. Bamford's not getting to that. Second ball comes out for Pack. Now Williams against Aaronson. Aaronson tussling. Williams gets it away from him. Swept clear by the defender up towards Sadie. Good work by Ampadu to win it back. And then Aaronson he's dragged to the ground. Be a free kick for Leeds. And you hear the reaction from the home supporters.
Well, the referee has kind of allowed this to get out of control slightly. With
Firpo ball into the middle. Bamford with a header. Couldn't direct it on target. Leeds took a quick free kick. Rothwell to Firpo, slightly deflected cross. Bamford got across his man, couldn't get it on target.
Just needed to glance at, I just think the power on the cross wasn't quite enough. All the pace got taken away. And once you're ahead of that near post there, it's difficult to get it back on target.
Well, Matt Ritchie, familiar figure, is coming on now for Portsmouth. His second time at the club. He started his career with Portsmouth and now he's coming on to take a position in that midfield where his experience, much of it at the Premier League level, may be significant for Portsmouth in these closing stages. They're 7 minutes plus added time away from a positive return to the Championship. Leeds have to do something about that. The man from Gosport and grew up as a Portsmouth fan, Matt Ritchie. So
I mean, he's looking, the number 4, goodness sake, Towler there, just walking away from the ball there. We're going to have some extra time here, surely, if the referee is wise to it all.
Ogilvie onto the head of Bogle, straight into touch again. So another Portsmouth throw, frustrating for Leeds this. It's stuck in the Leeds half, and most of the players been in the Leeds half in the last 10 minutes. Just because Leeds can't get anything going up the other end, Portsmouth are doing their job well. It's not a particularly subtle job, but it's being carried out effectively. And the clock ticks down. Long throw to come in again from Pack. In fact, he varies it, goes short to Ritchie, back to Pack, and then Ritchie again by the corner flag. Just stopped in his path by the challenge from Piroe, wearing number 10. And Portsmouth have yet another throw in by the corner flag. And again, Pack takes the long step back, which precedes the long throw. Heads goalwards and over the top. And that's a goal kick.
All right, we need the ball up the other end. The changes have kind of disrupted our play rather than helped at the moment.
Yep, 5 to go. And Leeds are struggling to build forward momentum here as Rodon checks back to the frustration of the home fans. Now Georginio wriggling away from players again, dragged back.
How many times?
Towler is belatedly going to get a yellow card. And you'll hear the reaction of the Ellen Road faithful.
Well, he's grabbing the shirt there.
Taken short, quick. Rothwell from Ampadu. Now Rodon. Struijk. Leeds working it side to side. Can they get forward? Now Aaronson's chasing the ball. Aaronson showed too much of it to Pack, who tidies up. He's cleared away from the area. And then Struijk gets a foot in. And he's caught his man. You could see that coming a mile off, couldn't you? Just left the foot in there, Pascal Struijk. And again, the frustration is that Leeds will have to concede possession, and Portsmouth with a set piece will have time to take time.
In time they certainly will take. They'll regroup, they'll get instructions, they'll do all sorts of stuff just to eat into the clock.
Shaughnessy onto the chest of Firpo. Firpo goes down, bundled over, free kick Leeds, but it's in the Leeds half. Taken by Struijk to Ampadu, across the back to Rodon. Bright sun again here now at Ellen Road. Bogle in to Rothwell. Wide right to Georginio. Georginio has Bogle going outside, but he comes inside, curls his cross in. Bamford was waiting in the middle. It was headed away before it got to him. Now here's Sadie. Leeds have got to be mindful of the counter-attack here. Pascal Struijk has read the danger and has got it back to Meslier. Oh, Melier's clearance away actually hit Lang, who was coming at him, and that meant an intended ball towards the halfway line went out for a throw in. And he's a little fortuitous that it Didn't go beyond him, it went to the side of him there, Meslier. Firpo, 3 to go. Goes back to Rodon. All the noise from the away section still. Ampadu, poor ball. Bogle ain't getting to that. And it's out for a Portsmouth throw-in, midway inside their own half.
I think we have to admit the last 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes, it's not been good enough, has it? We haven't got into the last third anything like we had at the start of the second half, or just about all of the first half. Portsmouth found some resolve after conceding so early in the second half. We really haven't put them to the sword as we would have liked. But is there another chance in this game?
Ball is thrown long by Ogilvie beyond Rodon. Struijk onto the chest of Georginio. Georginio runs into trouble. Ogilvie takes him out, and the shot from distance is straight into the hands of Meslier. When I say distance, I mean the centre circle. Leeds get going as quickly as they can with 2 minutes of normal time remaining. Pascal Struijk. Now Aaronson trying to turn away from his man. The pass is misplaced, and you'll hear frustration from the home supporters, and Williams happy to see that one go into touch. Aaronson did well to turn away, but then couldn't get Firpo in. And Portsmouth again can slow things right down. Williams down the line. Firpo goes to ground, dragged down. Free kick Leeds. Sadie keeps the ball away from Aaronson, who wanted to get it back and going again quickly. It's Pascal Struijk who does that job. Ampadu with it in his own half, as is Rothwell. Wide right to Bogle. Bogle into Georginio. And Georginio spots a forward run from Bogle, can't pick him out. Towler just happy to put it into touch. If we've been absolutely honest, as we move into the 90th minute, Leeds are struggling to find a way through big time here, as Georginio displays again, going to ground, and then Piroe commits the foul, and that means that Portsmouth again have a free kick in their own half, and the chance just to eat further into the clock as we await the board to tell us how long's to go here.
Well, it's good defending on Georginio, who again just tries to beat his man, but doesn't get the better of his opposite number. And after that, just a desperate challenge, gives this foul away, and here we are again.
So Towler, forward ball, Sadie's underneath it, gets away from Bogle, held up on the edge of the box, turns into the penalty area, stumbles to the ground. Referee's given a penalty to Portsmouth. He's given a penalty to Portsmouth for Bogle's challenge on Sadie there. And an afternoon that was already proving frustrating for Leeds United could have a much worse outcome. In the final seconds, Bogle's challenge penalised, Portsmouth penalty.
Well, there's no doubt when you start putting arms around players that he's going to take a risk, but Sadie's got Bogle. Just see Bogle's left arm is around the neck of his opposite number. Sadie's arm is around him as well, so that is a tight one. You give the referee, I think, a decision to make there, but he will rightly complain that he was all over Bogle with his arms. He was holding his shirt. Just a dangerous game to play in the way that it has gone today. Nothing's gone for us decision wise, and neither has that one.
Well, Portsmouth had the chance to completely tear up the script here. And around Ellen Road, there's a sense of foreboding as Meslier retreats to his goal line. 5 minutes to be added. As the penalty taker Lang drives it down the middle, and Portsmouth it is who have taken the lead here again at Ellen Road in added time on the opening day of the championship season. And the celebrations down below in the away section in stark contrast to the disappointment around the rest of the ground. Leeds 2, Portsmouth 3.
Hard to believe after the first 5 minutes of the game that we would be in this position, but can't afford to make any sort of mistakes. And also, I think we've said this in plenty of games, got to take your chances when they present themselves. We haven't done that very well. But the mistakes we've made really have been costly. Calm penalty. Walks up and just knocks it straight home.
So the celebrations have been somewhat protracted, which means that we've got time to be added on to that 5-minute period surely, but how much and what can Leeds do with it? Staring down the barrel of an opening day defeat here. Struijk to Firpo, in front of Bamford, out for a throw-in, and Gerginio just lets the ball spin away from him, and he cannot believe what he's seen here from his team. League One champions, and now here they are as a result at Ellen Road, and they're winning with minutes to go. Georginio down the right, curls his cross in, cleared away by Moxon. Rodon gets underneath it but manages to get the ball back to Struijk. We've played 48 minutes now. Firpo can't get it past Williams, throw in. Aaronson, back it goes to Struijk. And now Ampadu. And now Rodon. Wide side to Bogle. Piroe. Runners ahead of him, but he goes square to Struijk instead. Struijk out to Firpo. Firpo cross is not a good one. Headed away by Pack. Now Leeds with Piroe. Runner has played it straight into the shins of his opponent. Leeds get it back through Piroe. Driving forward for Leeds United now. Into the penalty area to Aaronson. Aaronson shoots! Yes! He scores! Brendan Aaronson! Yes! That's the way to do it! Aaronson is the hero. Leeds have rescued it. It's Leeds United 3, Portsmouth 3. Aaronson's finish impeccable.
Delighted for Brendan Aaronson as well. His first touch was to give the ball away, and you could see he felt he was under pressure, but this is the way to answer the critics. Just shifted it, and how often do we see it go through the defender's legs, keeper unsighted, but it's exactly what we needed. Great goal, Brendan Aaronson.
Oh my word.
This is not good, Bren. This is only the first game.
Can't do it, I'm old. They should have, like dog years, there should be Leeds years. Ogilvie, forward for Leeds. Well, let's go and win it, eh?
Let's go and win it.
I've no idea how long's to go. Only the referee knows that. Have Leeds got time? Ampadu. Now there's a bit of space down the right for Bogle. In it goes, and there's a lot of space for Piroe. Piroe needs to pick a pass out, gives it to Georginio. Georginio has men in the middle. Georginio takes his man on, clips it up into the middle. Goalkeeper Norris comes and takes it off the head of Rodon. They were queuing up inside there then. The goalkeeper came through the crowd and gathered it.
Oh, I just thought it was going to be one heck of a grandstand finish there. A clip up from Georgie, just too close to the keeper.
We're a minute over the 5. Up in the air it goes. Drops in the centre circle. Rodon downward header. Gets it to Bamford. Bamford stumbles. Can't get the ball forward. Aaronson chases it out to the near side. Portsmouth throw in. Slip or twist. Devlin to take it. No, he won't. Inevitably he'll leave it. And the referee makes the play and says, I'm stopping the watch, as Williams steps up to take it instead. And down the line it goes. Firpo can't quite get it to Aaronson. Given away, Sadie. Rodon defending. Hands down, keep the hands down. And then Sadie throws himself to the ground in comical fashion. And Portsmouth get nothing. Leeds get a throw in. Well, this has to be it surely now. Ampadu, long throw. Bounces over Bamford. And Shaughnessy comes back for Bamford. And his shirt pulled there. As Bogle steps in for Leeds. Bogle in. Aaronson! Oh, he's put it wide!
No! Oh.
He's put it wide, Brendan Aaronson. Well, it was good, but it could have been even better.
Oh my God, what a chance. What a ridiculous game this has been, but he's clean through Brendan Aaronson. It's way easier than his previous chance, just hit the target, and somehow we would have taken all 3 points. Oh.
Wow. And so Brendan Aaronson experiences all the joys and heartbreaks of football in the space of about 120 seconds.
I've never seen so many of our boys flat out on the deck as well. Everyone has just collapsed at that, thinking it has to be a goal.
The goalkeeper takes the goal kick, and the referee brings an end to a crazy game of football. Well, if the rest of the championship season's going to be like this, it's going to be heavy duty on the heart, because Leeds United have rescued a point ultimately, could have won the game still, and have twice found themselves behind to a team that's barely mustered a shot on target all afternoon. So I guess a point doesn't seem like the worst outcome, having been behind in added time, but still, there's a sense of frustration. There's more than a sense of frustration around Ellen Road at full time here. Someday it's finished. Leeds United 3, Portsmouth 3.
And I'm not sure how I can explain that one, to be quite frank. That was one of the craziest games of football I've ever seen. It was so one-sided early on, but a mistake certainly from Meslier going through his hands, and Portsmouth responded well from going that goal down. Then I thought at the start of the second half, back to 2-2. Here we go, we've got it, and we had so many minutes to then go and capitalise. But Portsmouth stuck at their task, and we didn't do enough, did we? For the 15-20 minute period at the end of the game, just didn't force enough chances, enough mistakes out of the opposition. Gave a silly goal away, but fair play. The lads kept going. Brendan Aaronson, well, we went from 0 to hero to 0 again. It's just a crazy game, and I feel for him, but a really big, important goal. But let's hope we don't see too many more like that, Bryn.
Well, as Leeds United did last season, they start with a home draw earned through a very late equalising goal. But that doesn't really begin to tell the story of this game, to be honest with you. Daniel Farke out there.
Just talking to Bogle as well about the challenge and saying, you know, keep your hands away. He'll learn from that, but now the boys are getting a round of applause from everyone. And the fans are certainly giving it back to them.
Well, they're a doughty bunch, we know that. We've seen that on plenty of occasions previously. There's a never say die attitude about this group. Even when it looked like they'd thrown it away with that late Portsmouth penalty, still had it in them to get an equalising goal, and let's be honest, should have won the game.
They should have won the game.
Have won the game.
And the changes that actually Farke made didn't work. It suddenly disrupted things, but even saying all that, you're one-on-one, just hit the target, Brendan Aaronson, and you win somehow an incredible 3 points, but not to be.
Okay, let's go for a lie down.
Oh.
And let's do it all again on Wednesday evening. Some way to start the season. A point on the board, well, it's not the best, but it'll have to do. Full-time scoreline, it's finished. Leeds United 3, Portsmouth 3.